afternoon and I'm here at the Singapore Changi Exhibition Centre for the Carrerista Jamboree 2008. And today, now the Carrerista Jamboree will feature a drifting competition, a quarter-mile drag race, go-karting, car styling, and an exhibition. So my mission today is to find out as much about motorsports as I can and to talk to some of the drivers. So let's go! First, I checked out the Exhibition Centre, where some of the top garage workshops in Singapore showcase their most prized machines. On display, there are also imported cars from Japan, driven by top Japanese racers. And where there's hot cars on display, there's also a bunch of sexy models like these girls.
Hey girls, beat boys, superstar DJs, here we go! Hey girls, beat boys, superstar DJs, here we go! Hey girls, beat boys, superstar DJs, here we go!
Okay, so Mr. Wan Kok Kyong was one of the first racers in Singapore, right, Arthur?
That's right.
Okay, so tell us about why he set up this garage and what's this company about?
Well, basically, Enthusiast itself, right, is about this enthusiasm about motorsports and how we can promote it to do it legally and safely in a racetrack, so properly, of course. And Mr. Wan, unfortunately, he's been racing since the 80s. He got a lot of experience into engine setup, into suspension setup, and he's a very good teacher and mentor to all of us here as well.
Well, show us some of your cars.
Well,
which one would you like to talk about?
2000 here. Okay, which one features car here?
Like this.
It's basically an AP2 model, which is a 2.2 engine. What the owner has done basically, he has blueprint up the engine itself, souped it up, okay, to make sure it's a balanced engine for higher, longer endurance races and so on. In general itself, this is a very lightweight and very fast car.
Now here's the fun part. I head outside and get as close as humanly possible to the fast cars and the drivers. Okay, so this is where the action is today, here at Changi Exhibition Centre. If you're not here, you're missing out on the fast and the furious cars here, but at least you have your front seat. Now behind me, see that car? Okay, now those are our local drifters, and one of them is Ivan Lim, which is currently the top Singaporean drifter. Okay, I have Jensen over here, who is a second top drift driver in Singapore. Isn't that right?
The most passionate.
The most passionate drift driver. Okay, tell us what it takes to be a drift driver.
Basically, you need a car, a rear-wheel drive car, and lots of passion for the sport. Yeah. And you can be a drifter, no problem.
I see your beautiful baby at the back here.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, tell us about this car of yours. It's your car, right?
Yeah, it's my car. It's done by Garage R.
Okay.
It's my sponsor. And of course, Stanford Tire is also my sponsor.
Okay. Does that mean you can drive this car back home?
Technically you can, but I won't.
You won't, right?
Yeah.
You'll leave it in the garage?
Yeah, I'll leave it in the garage.
Now, has it always been your dream to be a race car driver, or drifter?
A drifter, yes, and a race car driver as well. Okay. Yeah, both disciplines, I'm very into it.
Okay, how about race car driving? Explain that to me. Are you going to go into that? Are you already doing it, or how does it work?
Besides drifting, I also do circuit racing. This year, I completed the Merdeka Millennium Endurance. Yeah, and next year, I'll most likely be taking part in some circuit races as well. Most likely in the Asian region. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Taniguchi came down yesterday, and I heard that you guys got to meet him.
Yeah, we got to meet him and we had a ride in his car.
Oh, okay.
So it was great.
What did you learn from Taniguchi? Did you ask him any questions?
Yeah, I asked him a few technical questions. Basically, how to pick up certain lines. Basically, some certain tips that people normally miss out. Yeah, I asked him directly and he explained very clearly. So yeah, that was good.
What do you wish to see happen in the local driving scene?
What I wish to see is for more sponsors to come in, such that we can pay for grounds like this, so that we can conduct clinics and advanced driving courses.
Alright, what is the best part of your job?
My job? Having fun.
is the difference between circuit racing and drifting?
Drifting is a lot of showmanship. It's about flair, how you can show off. Circuit racing is a lot about discipline and hitting the right racing line every time, lap after lap, for 70, 80 laps, for example. Yeah, it's a lot of discipline.
So which one would you say, in your opinion, is more challenging?
For me, it's definitely circuit racing because I don't really have discipline. Yeah. So yeah, that's something that I'm working on.
So Nick, you're the race director today. How did you start off your career?
I actually started back in the late 80s. It started with motorbikes, motocross, circuit racing. Somewhere in the mid-90s, went into go-karting, and then just to see itself, I completed the Merdeka race in KL, the 12-hour endurance race. That's right.
So you still race?
Yes, I'm trying to race. I'm still trying to race very much, yeah.
So you've pretty much been in the Singapore motor scene from its humble beginnings to now. What are some trends that you notice?
Well, I've been working with the Singapore Motorsports Association for a while, supporting them in races as an official. If you're looking back at the early 90s to about now, things have actually evolved quite a bit. We've got timing systems improved. The safety, of course, definitely has improved drastically. And if you're looking at where we are right now, this is the very first quarter mile that we ever had in Singapore. Yeah. So it's a big change. Things have grown from leaps and bounds, really. Yeah.
And this latest milestone, the quarter mile drag race, which is happening in just a few more minutes, tell us about the significance of this race.
Okay. As mentioned to you earlier, this is actually the first time that we've ever conducted a quarter mile race in Singapore. The world's been doing it. The big guys in the States, the Japanese. If you're looking at the Indonesians and even Thailand, they have been doing it for a while now. But I think we're making history. This is the very first in Singapore. We've been having drag races in Singapore, but they've all been very short distances. In Kallang itself, 200 meters worth. We did an auto trail in one of the National Day events at Marina South. That was about approximately 300 meters only. So this is the real thing. This is the works. Yeah.
Well, since the F1, it seems that people are still in this motorsports fever. Do you think that a lot more kids, are going to get started in this career?
Well, I'm sure these guys are coming in slowly every day. And as it is in this event itself, within the exhibition hall, there's this thing called a front pre for kids. It's actually getting all the little ones to come in, have some fun, get them started early. You know how it works, basically.
As early as 5 years old?
Yeah, maybe hopefully younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you wish to see Singapore motor racing in the near future?
Well, we all had dreams. I guess this is one of MPT's dreams, to ever be able to have a quarter mile race in Singapore. We hope to make this an annual event. With a bang, of course, at the end of the year. But prior to that, we're hoping to do at least seasonal races, maybe 4 or 5 rounds through the year, and we have one big bang at the end of the year, like what we're having now, basically. Yeah.
You were great, Nick, and thanks a lot. I think you have to rush off now, right?
Yes, I hear them calling me on the walkie-talkie.
Okay, we'll see you, and we'll catch the drag race in a bit.
Sure.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.